Hello and welcome to I Am Geek. This is episode 279. I'm Ryan, joined by my brother Chris and our good pal Katrin.
Heyo.
And tonight, he's back with us again because we're wrapping up another show. When you know that we've been talking about a show, you know what's coming at the end. Spoiler alert every time. It's going to be our friend.
And yours.
And yours. One of the best animators out there. I mean, who else is there really?
No one.
Ray Chase.
Hello. Am I Ray Chase or am I a super Skrull?
Oh, we don't know. We don't know. Cut yourself.
I have been cutting myself.
Wow. Cut your finger off.
Huh.
Sitting in a pool of liquid. What color? You be the judge. You tell me what color.
I can't.
I don't really
know.
want to look. I don't know.
I don't want to look either.
Welcome back, Ray.
Well, thank you all.
We tried something different with this show. Each episode of I Am Geek for the past few weeks, we've just talked about Secret Invasion. So this is our wrap up of the finale. Yeah. So we did. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Tried something a little different. Deep dive into each episode. I mean, it wasn't really a deep dive.
A lot of Secret Invasion.
So much deep diving.
So yeah, again, the finale confirmed for me, which I said the first episode of our Secret Invasion thing. I said season. Yes, I said I think this show would be better binged than watch an episode and then wait a week and watch that episode. And it sort of, I think if I watched them all back to back, not that the show is bad, but I think it would have been better.
We'll never know.
We'll never know.
You could watch it back to back.
I could watch it back to back.
Good.
Maybe you enjoyed it more. Yeah.
It was good. I mean, it's good. But so let's get your thoughts, Ray, since you haven't been with this on the other episodes. Did you enjoy the show? Did you
I did
like it better than
like
some of the others?
It's probably my least favorite MCU show.
Oh,
maybe.
Wow. Hot take.
Maybe not
Hot
least
take.
one. I mean, well, I don't know. I don't know. It's weird because I mean, I feel like each episode they weren't bad, but there wasn't anything that kind of like hooked me. Sort of where I wanted to watch another episode. You know.
Yeah.
I mean, if they had all been available, I might have been like, yeah, maybe I'll wait.
So the opposite of what I said, you're like, I'm not gonna.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, for instance, I don't know. I'm watching Foundation on Apple Plus, and like every episode, I'm like, oh my gosh, I gotta watch another one. Oh my gosh, I gotta watch another one. And I never really felt that way on Secret Invasion. Like,
It was the same with we watched Twisted Metal on Peacock, and yeah, we binged the whole thing. We were just going to try one episode, and we just like watched all of it.
Couldn't stop. Yeah,
I need to watch that.
Man, was there like a crazy clown looking guy driving a van?
Sweet Tooth. Yeah, he's played by the wrestler Samoa Joe.
Oh wow!
But then voiced by Will Fortney.
Yeah, voiced by somebody different.
Well, that's fun.
Which I watch wrestling, and he's with AEW, and he was gone for a while. I was like, wonder why he's been gone for a while. I guess he was filming.
He was filming Twisted Metal.
Metal.
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
Yeah, there you go.
So let's just talk about Twisted Metal.
I haven't seen it.
No, yeah, we've been on here. I've been enjoying it. Secret Invasion. I didn't mind that it was week to week. Each episode felt kind of like encapsulated. It had like a little bit of a, did this person die? Probably, maybe.
Probably not. We don't know.
Next week at the very beginning, they're alive, or nope, they're dead. We just burned their body.
Yeah. You know why I would probably have rather watched it back to back to back?
Tell us.
So this is a hot take. I got to make sure nobody's. I watched it with my wife.
Oh.
And every week.
Never.
I know every week I would have to answer like a ton of questions about the week before. So if we watched it back to back, I feel like I wouldn't have had to answer so many questions.
I got you.
Well,
All right.
she did fall asleep some, so I have to go. You saw that last week? No, I don't remember seeing that part. You're right here with me.
I almost wonder if it would have been cool to show a little more of the stuff that happened in the past. I mean, they did some, like flashbacks to like a young Nick Fury. If they had shown more of like these missions that he had sent them on and stuff like that, rather than just talking about it, like, we did this for you, we did that for you, and it's like, that sounds cool. We never really got to see any of that. It was just like, hey, guess what? There's a million of us here. Oh,
especially with Gravik. Like if they showed more of the relationship with Fury and Gravik, maybe like had an episode where that was just a flashback of how their relationship built to make Gravik so mad at Fury.
Yeah.
Instead of just the last episode going, I killed that guy for you. This is the face I took. Like really flesh that out more. Would give it.
I can't have a problem with killing people, so I don't know.
But that was the thing with that final episode. I mean, I liked the monologue he had with him and all of that, but I was like, wait a minute. So I'm completely confused now on what your motivations are, because I thought before you were pissed because it had taken so long to find a planet and you've just given up on humanity, and now you're like, it broke my heart to have to kill that poor man who had a wife and a family. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to wipe out all of humanity now. Wait, what? I could see if that like drove him to want to kill Fury and destroy Fury's life, the man that sort of put him on this path. But, oh my gosh, you made me do this, and so now I must kill everyone. Seemed like a weird...
Well, it confirms my thoughts on the show for the villain. Spoiled teenager.
What's that?
I said it confirms my thoughts on the villain of the show, that it was basically like he was just a bratty teenager. Didn't get his way, and so he throws a fit, and in his case
wipes out all of humanity.
Wants to wipe out all humanity. That's sort of how he to me, that's how he acted the whole time. Like, I didn't get away. I didn't, you old folks just don't know. And you don't understand me, and you don't understand us. So I'm going to just rebel. I'm going to rebel against you and take everything you want. Yeah, that's what it sort of felt like. So, but I still enjoyed it. And one of my predictions one week, because we would do each week, we would do predictions like who's the Skrull or what's going to happen. One of mine was there was 2 Furies.
Dun, dun, dun.
And then we're like, well, maybe there's not. But then on the last episode, guess what? Spoilers, there was 2 Furies.
Yeah.
And when he went in there, like immediately started coughing, I was like, hey, putting on an act. This can't be.
Yeah. The moment he started walking in there, and I was like, that's not him.
Yeah.
I do think that was quite a gamble for his plan. So here's what I want you to do. I want you to disguise yourself as me. You're going to give him the super harvest serum. He'll use it. You'll both get powers, and I have complete confidence that you will beat him.
Yeah. Very easily. Very easily too.
Yes. It would have been interesting to have a little bit more clarity on that. Like, can they only hold on to like 2 powers at a time or something, or does it wear off after a time? And it was just they're kind of going through all of the powers, and it's like, well, you're not gonna have the healing one on sort of at all times. I mean, we've seen you pull a knife out of your hand, and the extremist heals you, but
I thought he
failed, and you're just out. Okay, well,
sort of skips ahead.
Weakness, the gut shot.
Maybe that's where their heart is. It's in their stomach. We don't know.
That's why they're fine connoisseurs.
Do you all think that she was Nick Fury earlier than in the episode, or was it just this episode? I'm sorry, not in this season, not in this episode.
I think just this episode.
Yeah, probably.
Because we made a point or a saying that there may have been two, and one of them had glasses and one of them did not. In the first couple episodes, we're like maybe, but
maybe
did not plan out.
They didn't explain it though. They did.
It was just inconsistency.
Right.
Yeah. There was a lot of he would be
driving before. It says driving glasses.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, he would be in like one part of the world 1 minute, and then 2 scenes later, he's on the opposite side of the world, and you're like,
it's kind of weird.
2 Furies?
Yeah. I didn't really like his look either. He looked like he'd just gotten off a ship. I was expecting him to sing sea shanties and stuff. I mean, he's got like his cap and his gnarly beard, and then it was bizarre. And he didn't wear the patch the whole time, and then he goes to the catacomb thing and does all this code stuff. Gets the patch, and I'm like, oh well, maybe there's some tech in the patch. Nope, it's just my patch.
It's just a patch.
I'm like, what? Couldn't you just like try to look cool through the whole show instead of looking like a homeless man for most of the thing?
I didn't know if it was like John Wick or something, like he had some special headgear that he was putting on that could be bulletproof or
bulletproof beanie.
Yeah, beanie.
Just some weird choices.
It's cold in Russia. You had to get a jacket and a beanie.
The patch, the guy couldn't replicate the scars on his face because just couldn't. So it had to put the patch on to cover that up, so it wasn't so obvious.
Oh yeah, that's what happened.
Come on, man! The Skrulls can when they turn into you, it's clothes, it's hair. You were eating a sandwich, they would have a sandwich. I'm like, oh, is that part of you now? What the hold on.
How are you holding a cat?
So it was. I saw online that they compared the end fight scene to another movie some people have, and I wanted to run this by you guys. They compared They said if you watch it, it's not shot for shot, but it pretty much matches up with the final fight in Free Guy with Ryan Reynolds.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
They even put screenshots side by side where he's where his arms going Hulk, and then it went to the Secret Invasion, and their arm goes like. So I thought it was pretty funny.
The Marvel Universe will do that. There's a DC animated movie that is almost shot for shot. Actually, it is pretty much shot for shot of when Tony is rescued in space and brought back.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
It's like perfectly lined up.
Yeah,
creepily lined up.
Huh.
Well,
just ran out of ideas. We're just watching movies.
So, do you think that Gravik pretty much he died too easily?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, that's why I was like, if there had been some kind of thing like you can only have these powers, it's temporary.
Yeah.
Then maybe he was starting to lose them, and she
time limit.
Yeah, and then at the end, maybe she still has the powers, but only for a brief period more. Because now it's like, why do you need the Avengers when you have all the Avengers in one person? I mean, who can like just flip all the powers on and off at will? It just seems, and also too, on that note, with the whole shared universe, which is always a problem. Where are the Avengers? I mean, I can take care of this myself. I'm not calling Ant-Man.
Oh yeah, we talked about that on.
Maybe you should. I don't know.
We talked about it on.
Like, is there anyone to call really? Because it's kind of like, who's left?
Ant-Man.
Ant-Man. Just Ant-Man.
Ant-Man. There's 3 of them now.
No Spider-Man anymore.
Wong's out there, right?
Wong's out there. Yeah,
Wong. Wong.
She-Hulk. I mean,
She-Hulk.
Yeah. Sam Wilson, Captain America's out there.
Yeah, Sam Wilson.
Yep.
There's a few people.
What could they have done though? They couldn't do it.
What could they have done?
So a lot of the DNA makes sense that they got from different. Did you?
I saw the list.
So what did they use from Black Panther?
No, they didn't. Really.
It was on there. No, like what would they use? Like what would they
Well, I
like?
mean,
And where would they get it from?
it would have been at the in-game battle.
But he's got the whole outfit on that's like pretty much.
Well, that's true. He
Yeah.
probably did. He shed blood. I don't know.
No, I
maybe
don't
not.
think so.
Hmm.
I don't think he would in that suit. But they got it somehow, and for what? I mean, is it so
What if
that
he
in
was
the
like-
afterlife he goes?
Well, maybe
He spit on the ground or something.
maybe Frodo could have got it at some point. What's his name?
Or no, because they got it all at the same time, right? They got all the DNA
no,
at the same
they
time.
didn't. They didn't because I mean they also had Ghost and they had Abomination.
Oh, that's true.
Who weren't?
And there was like an ice creature or something.
yeah, Ice
that-
Beast.
So do you
Yeah.
think that maybe what's his name?
Rabbit.
No. I want to say the Hobbit. It's not. It's
It's Frodo. Yeah. Not Frodo.
no,
Ross?
Bilbo.
Ross?
It'd be Bilbo.
Ross, did he get it
Yeah.
when he would go? Like, was he a scroll? And when he would go to Wakanda?
Don't know. I don't think he had been there that long. Didn't seem like
Mm.
he'd been there that long. Except like Rhodey seemed to be there the longest. He seemed a little emaciated. He had a hospital going on.
Which we need to talk about, Rhodey. We can just talk about him now since you brought it up. So the director said that he's been a scroll since Civil War,
Mhm.
That's his thinking. Yes, that's what
Yes,
he
sure.
but in Endgame,
believed.
Rhodey gets crashed down, gets out of his suit, is crawling on his elbows to get over to help somebody. I forget who.
Mhm.
Red blood rolling down his face.
It's what we
It's
call
just
a
a-
retcon.
It's an oops. We didn't know we were going to do this then. Yeah.
Yeah, it happens in the comics all the time. They'll put a little asterisk in there.
Mm.
They'll go back
So-
and they'll fix it.
Will they go back and fix it? So
Yeah,
you're
yeah,
watching
yeah.
Endgame on Disney
Yeah,
Plus
it's
in a couple
special
of
edition
months.
in game.
And there's like green blood, or whatever the blood is, purple or
Well, what do you guys think? I mean, what was why was Fury collecting their blood? Was he planning to clone them? I mean, just like to have it?
Just
just in
helps
case.
have it.
Just
Just
in
in
case they
case
need
what?
to, just in case they turn bad and he needs to figure out a way to beat them. That's
Sure.
what I was. That's the only reason I would think.
Yeah.
Sort of like Batman.
Kinda
Batman
dumb.
Batman would figure out ways to defeat Superman.
They could have been studying their powers and seeing if they could replicate them. I mean, how many times they tried to do that with the super soldier serum?
Yeah, I
So that's how they got the Hulk and
Mhm.
all that. So.
But what did they think they would gain from combining it all together, though?
Well, that was the thing for me is like,
Yeah.
wait, you mixed every DNA into one vial?
When he pulled it out, I was like, they're all, what?
Yeah, it's like that's
That
not
makes
how that
no
works.
sense.
Just pour that in there. Yeah, that was kind of.
And it was
That,
funny.
that could have been interesting if they had explored why he even had
yes.
that. What was the reasoning behind that? But it was like,
Mhm.
no. It's
Yeah,
on
that
to-
would have made it at least a
One
solid
boring things.
episode.
Yeah.
That's what he does.
It was weird when they were going through on the computer the list of the different things. Sometimes they would be like the name of the person, like
Mhm.
the full name, and then other times it would just be like Captain America. Like it didn't say Steve Rogers; it just said Captain America. And then sometimes we would list their name and last name, which some of them I don't even think we knew their last name.
Mhm.
And then it would, but then so which Captain America? I mean, I guess Steve Rogers, right? It wouldn't be the
Oh,
Captain America.
Sam
that they-
Wilson's blood's boring. So
Yeah, boring.
He's
boring
got
human
bored.
blood.
I mean, unless they're building a boat. If they're building a boat, then maybe it's like, yes,
Ooh.
we need his power.
That's right. Well, you never know. She might want to build a boat.
Mhm.
Oh, I'm so bad. All right.
Just wakes up like, why do I want to build a boat? Wanting to build a boat. Why?
Do you feel like there was some? Okay, so there's a scene at the end with the monologue or whatever over top of it, and guy walks in with the British lady into that room that's just got
Mm-hmm.
pods upon pods upon pods. Do you think there was something more than that they cut? It felt like it was in a weird place, and no explanation. It was just like, here's a bunch more pods. And it zoomed in on one dude's face, and you're like,
who's this?
who's this guy?
Yeah, that was a little weird. Yeah, especially since they focused on that one guy. It's like, are we supposed to know who this is? Like, I saw people like online going, "Oh, that's Ralph Boner." That's like, I don't think that's.
There's a water bill right beside him.
I mean, how does that work for the Skrulls? I mean, do they have to replicate someone? Can they can't just become a generic human person? They have to mimic someone else.
It's the only way they know how to do it.
They could transform into them like visually, but the thing that they were doing was so they could know all their thoughts and memories
and trick people, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and they kept them because if they needed, like if that one died, and another soldier could probably.
And they kept them, and somehow they survived under the radioactive town for all those years.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
No
it's like
ill
a different
effects.
level or something. Yeah.
Yes.
Some of them could walk okay.
Yeah.
But only the guy that's been there for years and years and years.
They were giving them. What do you have to take? Iron pills. They were giving it to them invenously, so they were.
Yeah, and they just walked out there, just kind of wandering around, like, "Are we in Chernobyl?
Should I be taking iron pills?
Sure, we should be here."
Yeah.
Well, thanks for saving me. I'll die in a week.
All right. So, what else? I'm trying to think if there was anything else interesting on that episode. I guess, Katrin, you saw it just today.
I saw it just today.
Anything else stick out to you?
No. Well, when they were in the hospital, they're like, "Oh no, Nick Fury's here." Did you all think that Nick Fury was actually there at that point, or did you just think it was her killing all the people that?
I thought that was just the lady from
MI6
first I
thought it was just her.
Yeah,
because she's just awesome. Anyway,
right.
Oh yeah,
she's like the best character in the whole series, I think.
Yeah, I would agree.
Yeah.
I'd watch another series with her.
But I guess once I knew that it was likely that he was there, I was like, maybe they're working together just to knock him out. And so I don't know.
Yeah, I'm surprised she just didn't like immediately off Rhodey. Just immediately, the way she was.
But I guess she was afraid, of what the president might do or something.
Well, I mean, he would immediately turn into the Skrull.
Well, he had a gun too. He might have just automatically just.
Well, I mean, like when he walked in that room, and she was behind the door. Why she didn't just be like, okay,
yeah,
dead.
Well, it makes for good television.
Yeah, I know.
But yeah, they got such a good actress for that she's got to turn up somewhere after this.
Well, that was my thing too. Is like, is this going to be what's next for this too? Right? Because it's not over. They've not killed all the Skrulls like they're wanting to.
The only place I could see this leading is possibly Thunderbolts.
Maybe.
That's
what I wrote down. I said, what will determine if Secret Invasion is a good MCU show is what they do with the characters going forward.
Yeah.
Like if Gaia just disappears and we don't see her anymore, or if the lady from is it MI6 or whatever she was with?
Yeah.
If she just disappears and we don't see her anymore. And then Fury in the Marvels, which I didn't like that they showed him in the Marvels while this show was still going on.
Oh, I know.
You took the wind out of it.
Yeah.
If he just ignores everything that happened when he's in the Marvels, then to me, it drops the score down for this show.
Sure.
Well,
like
I
think
this
is a one and done.
I think this will lead into the Marvels for him because that's why he's up in space.
I hope so.
He's dealing with the Kree, and like one of the Kree is like the big villain of the Marvels. So
I hope it does.
Peace talks will break down, I guess.
But I think if Gaia, if they were to sort of write her off, they could hand wave it away and say that, the powers, she wasn't going to have those powers forever. I mean, it was a temporary thing. I mean, because since they didn't give any explanation as to whether the powers were forever or whatever, if they wanted to retcon it and just be like, sure, okay, she's not showing up ever again in anything, and fans are going to go, well, she's the most powerful. We'll just have a piece of dialogue that, powers.
It was for 24 hours, and
powers fade. They fade in a week or something like that. So.
That's why we mixed it all together in one vial, so it wouldn't be as potent.
Yeah, I feel like they could do that because otherwise, and they do, Kang Dynasty. It's like, well, she should be there. Secret Wars, she should be there, and if she's not, it's like, why not? I mean, why were you making this cocktail of powers?
Yeah.
She's only left with one power, and that's Drax's arm. Just one Drax arm. Just giant on her body.
Somebody made the comment is, I thought those were tattoos on Drax's arm. Why does she have his tattoos?
So I know it's his arm.
No, that's his skin. It's a skin disease that he has.
Oh. It's an ointment for that.
Yeah. It's dry skin.
I guess, it started off, kind of now that we're talking about it, the series started off pretty cool, the whole thing with Ross and the guy, and there's a conspiracy, and the this and the that, this is kind of like a Mission Impossible spy, and then it just kind of stopped being cool. It's like, Nick Fury's got domestic problems and wandering around like a hobo, and everyone's getting the drop on him, and he's not good at his job anymore. It's like, what? I don't want to see this. I want to see Super Spy Nick Fury. I want to see him ahead of the game, and yada yada.
He's getting too old.
Whiny Skrull over there. I'm killing everybody because I'm mad about things. This is like Captain America Winter Soldier series. We're mad. We're gonna be quiet.
People came back and they took our houses. They were theirs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So is Fury's wife, is she gonna show up in the Marvels?
Probably.
Yeah, I
she'll have a walkthrough.
Yeah, very quickly. It starts out with, well, I did what I could here. I got to go back down to Earth and do some stuff.
And get killed.
Whatever I do, go put guns in my safe deposit box.
Yeah. So the weirdest scene for me, is weirdest the right word? I don't know if that's the right word for it. Was when they're, well, maybe not even that. Maybe like hokey, or I don't know. Was when they're have the monologue going, saying about, the president made this, that they're going to kill all these people, and it shows the people going around killing Skrulls, and it goes to the news station, and you see the three good old boys with their shotguns wander into the news station and shoot down the news anchor. It was just, to me, it was so weird. It was
Ryan
just like
laughed and laughed and laughed.
well, it was just like they purposely dressed them like these hillbillies from the hills, coming down from the hills to go to this news station in this big city to shoot the random anchor.
Well,
and had he been outed? Did people know that he was a Skrull?
I don't know. The president said something in his address. We know where you are, and we know how to find you. And I'm like, we do? How do we find you? How do we find you? Because we just spent the entire show where no one knows if people are Skrulls or not. Mm-hmm. But now suddenly, we know, we're going to hunt you down. Again, no explanation.
We knew all along.
We knew all along.
Unless they took account of all the people that they got out of the Chernobyl cellar.
Maybe.
Yeah, that would be. But I don't know. I didn't see what the good old boys were wearing. I thought they were just
overalls, trucker hats, and shotguns.
They're in camouflage.
No, that would make more sense. They were in overalls, trucker hats, and shotguns, and they saunter in, line up perfectly, three in a row in front of them, slowly take up their shotguns and shoot them, and he's just sitting there like, Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome to the news station.
That's his fan base.
That's the part you had a problem with?
Not a problem. No, not a problem. I just thought it was like this is so weird how they filmed it, how they did it. I was just like, it's so weird. It's like good old boys getting their revenge on the aliens.
We will kill you. When the president said that, he was like, "We will kill you."
You will
I was just
kill
like, man, that is
Just want to make it clear.
extreme.
Yeah.
And I didn't think they were going to address it, and then they did. I was like, okay, good. I wasn't the only one that thought that was kind of crazy to come out and say, "We will kill you."
Nope. But they've known that there's been aliens for a long time, right?
Yeah, but they thought
They
maybe
didn't know
they
about
were.
the
Those good ones.
Skrulls and
But
transforming.
yeah, but for him to say all aliens
Yeah, that was
dead
kinda weird.
now.
All aliens that are bad guys, I think is what he said. Like,
No, he said all aliens that come here, we will kill you, basically.
well, that's a lot of people.
Yeah. So Guardians
Aliens.
dead.
Yeah.
All of them. Just immediately.
Well, they may already be dead. I don't know. That seems.
I haven't seen the movie.
I haven't seen all of Guardians of the Galaxy. So I don't know.
That's true.
Ooh, I don't know.
You have to be born on Earth, so Peter is fine.
Yeah, he's
Peter's
right.
the only
The
one.
rest of the group, yeah.
Corner.
Show us your Earth card. That's what they're going to do now. Oh, sorry.
That
And we don't know where the raccoons came from.
Yes, who knows? I don't know. I mean, considering that supposedly the series was pretty low rated and whatnot, I don't know if this is going to be kind of like the the end credit scene in Eternals with Harry Styles' character, where it's like ta-da, and then
We're never doing that.
Hey, we're setting up Hercules. Yeah, that's
That's not happening.
Yeah. So hey, Skrulls, secret.
I mean, overall, I liked the show. Did I love the show? No, but I liked it. It was.
I had fun watching it.
Yeah.
I had fun watching. It was a good spy.
It didn't make me mad like Book of Boba Fett.
Yeah. True. The effects I thought were
Pretty good. Yeah.
actually pretty
Yeah,
good,
pretty good.
especially for a series.
It was a $200 million series, so it should look good.
I'm still not. I'm still not over Maria Hill dying though.
Yeah,
I wanted that to not be true. I didn't
that seemed like
care for it.
I didn't like how she went out.
It was a little unceremonious.
One shot.
Talos too. It was like stab. You're done.
Yeah.
Like really?
Yeah.
No like
Yeah.
dying words. No nothing. Just you're out.
Mhm.
Yeah, I think they were trying to go for shock and awe with those two deaths, and it ended up being like, really?
More awe. Like, aw.
Huh. Eh.
What? Yeah.
Oh,
Oh well.
No, but that Gravik, man, he was more Nick Fury than Nick Fury by shooting her. Thinking way ahead. 8 episodes from now, I'm gonna have Skrull Rhodey threaten to release that video. Wow, that's like a Palpatine plan there. Yeah, like a flow chart and everything. I'm gonna do this, and that's gonna come back to bite him way down here.
I had an 8-year plan.
Yes. It all begins with shooting Maria Hill. This guy is
Yeah.
Nick Fury.
but now he's dead, or maybe he'll come back. Maybe he was not dead.
He'll probably end up in some kind of containment unit next to the Abomination or something.
Mhm.
And then he'll be a funny character on the next season of She-Hulk.
I don't think that's.
He turns into various comedians.
So, do you think they'll come back though? Because it seems like if they're saying we're going to kill all aliens, that does mean there could be a lot of Avengers or superheroes that die. Maybe do they come back and say, well, he wasn't speaking for all of us, and then maybe he gets impeached or something? And
Well, yeah. So the rumor is that in Thunderbolts, Harrison Ford's character, who's Thunderbolt Ross, is going to be president. So, and they made a thing. Nick Fury said that's one-term president.
yeah.
yeah, that's true.
So
Yeah.
so he will probably be.
Oh yeah, he probably won't get voted back in because they'll. I mean, they're not going to do this on anything, but because they'll come out that his basically his right hand man was a Skrull. He didn't know. He's not fit to serve.
Mhm.
Blah blah blah.
Mhm.
Which in the real world he'd probably still get voted in. But
And everyone knows that Harrison Ford's the best president. So
Yes.
who's going to be? He's going to be the Red Hulk, right? Spoiler.
well, maybe.
Now, see, if they wanted to do more, if they wanted to have like a little hook at the end of Secret Invasion, they could have had the president finish that speech, leave the podium, go into the Oval Office, and turn into a Skrull. And then you'd be like,
Yeah.
what? Why did, what?
He had red blood though. They couldn't.
That was the only thing. Yeah. I was
I wish
thinking
they
at one
didn't.
point.
Yeah. I wish that, like, yeah, if you're bleeding a little bit, okay, it's still they can still make it red.
And the blood like Morse.
It's like when it's like detached. That's when it.
You get shot.
They
in
could have.
the
Well,
head.
they could have made it where it would have made a really good end scene. Basically, he walks back into his Oval Office, turns into a Skrull, and everybody's like, "Wait, no, we saw him bleed." And then the very end credit scene, you see like a flashback type thing where they take the real president out of the hospital before he gets during the madness of trying to get him to the other level.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That's when they
And he's in one of those machine things. And then the president that's there now is a Skrull. So
Yeah.
that would have worked. But they didn't do that. There was no
So it
end
could
credit
be.
scene. There was no scene at the end. Just ended.
It's left up to
Yeah.
your imagination.
Right, there wasn't an end.
Our
end
imagination.
No, there was no.
No, there was
after
not.
credits
Yeah.
for any of the
It said you should watch
Marvels.
Captain Marvel.
Captain Marvel.
Marvel. Yeah. After every episode, hey, watch
Yeah.
Captain Marvel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is
Hey, I
related.
bet you want to watch Captain Marvel. Please, someone
Please,
watch Captain
somebody
Marvel.
watch
Our
Did you
face
see-
font isn't doing great, guys. Please watch.
They could have just made it automatically play at the end of every episode.
They tried.
Mhm.
Just about.
No, just part of the episode. Like, why is this episode like 3 hours long? Oh, because they just put Captain Marvel at the end of the
Are we
episode.
back in the 80s?
Yeah.
Now, has everyone watched the Loki season 2 trailer?
Yes.
Yes. I'm fingers crossed.
Because it looks good.
It's gonna be good. It's gonna be really good.
Looks like they're stealing a page from Spider-Verse where he's blipping out or something.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
With the same thing happening because it's in the wrong place, wrong time, I guess, right?
Mm-hmm.
But it's never happened in the TVA before.
Uh-huh.
Mhm.
I have high hopes.
Short round of segment.
Yeah. Dr. Loki. Yeah, I'm glad he's going to be in it. I love him. He's so fun.
Mhm.
Yeah, it looks good. It comes out, when did we say? October?
October?
I think it's October because we've got Ahsoka coming up
Yeah, next
this
week.
month.
No, this
I thought
month.
Later. Yeah,
That's what I said. In this month.
Oh, I thought you said next
Oh,
month.
in this month.
Sometime in August, yes. I forget the exact date, but I'm really excited for Ahsoka. It's got a bunch of my favorite Rebel crew coming back together. So that's going to be fun. And I hope they explore a lot of the stuff from Rebels. 'Cause there's a lot of good stuff they can get for content. And with Dave Filoni doing it, I don't see why they wouldn't. Looks like there's going to be a bunch of, we're switching, I guess. I guess we're done with Secret Invasion.
We're done with that.
I'll leave it at this. I love Nick Fury. I wish they'd have done more with him in this show as far as being Nick Fury.
The last 5 minutes of Nick Fury was good Nick Fury.
Yep.
Yeah.
Just needed that eye patch.
That's all he needed. Houses his power.
Mhm.
He put some of the, what he did was he took that vial, the harvest, little drop in his eye patch and then put it on.
It did look like a little eye dropper. Maybe that was his plan. He was like,
That
I'm
was
going to
like,
grow a new eye. I'm going to grow a Drax eye. Ah.
I'm gonna have all the powers of the Avenger. He does that and just immediately starts throwing up. Oh, it didn't work.
He only has powers in his eye. It just keeps. It's a Groot eye. It's a Steve Rogers eye.
The Drax arm comes out.
So is everybody's favorite part of the show the Drax arm? Is that everybody's
Yes.
favorite? Okay. Just one arm. Just one Drax arm.
And
The left arm is my favorite.
Like it didn't bleed into the body at all. Still a small woman's frame with a giant Drax arm.
It was like when you would take old action figures and you would take their arms off and change them out with other action figures.
So I did see there's an old toy line where it's Marvel characters and you can snap off their arms and limbs and interchange them.
There we go.
And someone took that commercial and was like, "Hey, it's the end fight for Secret Invasion."
That's awesome.
Super Skrulls.
Super. Get them today at Walmart. I hope we see more of God. We know we'll see more of Fury. But that's all we know. That's what we were left with. Who knows? And with the writer strike and stuff,
who knows?
2050. I don't know. Maybe we'll see more. No one knows. No one knows. All right, but Ahsoka is next.
Yes.
I'm sure we'll be covering that when it comes out. That's more my realm. This was Chris's. This is all, this is Marvel. His expertise.
It's all your fault, Chris.
It's all my fault. Chris. Sorry. I'm sorry.
No, this is more his expertise. Star Wars is coming back, so I can flex my expertise a little more.
And it's 8 episodes.
Ooh,
nice.
So that's good. That's the one thing about Secret Invasion. It's like it's so short, and they could have, like you were saying earlier, they could have done a lot more. It could have expanded on this more. Could have, done more. But
yeah, I mean, for 6 hours, it's like really. I mean, action films are usually 2.5 hours, and they pack in a whole lot more. So
it's true.
Yeah. August 23rd. That's Ahsoka.
There you go.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
There you go.
So we'll get through that, and then Loki will start up.
Yeah.
Nice.
So much content.
So much content. Disney Plus, y'all.
Anyway. All right. Well, I guess I will. We haven't done a Whatcha Streamin in a while. Let's end with that. We haven't done that in a while. Used to we would do that, like something random that we've been watching. So let's go around the horn and then we'll end the show. Katrin, Whatcha Streamin?
Secret Invasion.
Well, there we go. Chris.
I don't think I've really watched anything else. I'm trying to think. My wife has been watching Heartland.
Nice.
Well, there we go.
So that's pretty, I don't think I've watched really television in a while. So, but I started watching. So I did start streaming Guardians of the Galaxy, Galaxy of the Guardians of the Galaxy 3. So I'm streaming that right now. We'll say that.
There we go. Chris, anything or just Homeland?
Just Homeland, Heartland.
Heartland, whatever. I don't even know what it is.
Horses.
Is that like about horses? I don't know.
Yeah.
In Canada.
Oh, well.
Yeah.
Canadian horses.
Yeah.
Nay.
Oh, nay.
What are you naming about?
Oh, I'd like to get some hay. Hay?
Some hay.
Nay. No, like I said, I did binge through Twisted Metal.
Okay. Yeah,
so I definitely recommend that. That's fun. It's adult. Very adult. Not for kids.
Okay. So don't watch it with the kids.
Don't watch it with the kids. Don't watch it. And then we also started watching Paper Girls, which is on Amazon Prime, I believe. It's based off of a graphic novel by Brian K. Vaughan, who wrote Why the Last Man. He wrote for like the TV show Lost. But it's basically these kids from the 80s that somehow get time traveled to the present day.
Oh,
And
cool.
and there's like some kind of like time war going on that they get caught up in.
like the TVA.
Yeah, like the TVA. Yeah, actually, it is kind of like the TVA. Yeah.
Oh,
Nice.
Did they when they went to the present day? Did they go, "What the crap? Let's go back to the 80s."
Yeah,
That's what I would have done.
Yeah. One of them, it's funny. They one of the girls, I was like, why'd they dress her like John Connor from Terminator 2? And she's acting just like him. And it's on purpose. Like they like outfitted her to look like John Connor.
Nice.
And even like that whole attitude from her.
Oh, yeah.
It's supposed to be like a
So it's worth watching. It's good.
so far it's been pretty good. Yeah.
And it's on.
It's on Amazon Prime.
Let's check it out.
We haven't finished it. We watched Paper Girls. We watched a few episodes and it's been pretty fun.
Okay. I'll put that. I'm writing all these down. So Catherine had Heartland.
I have another one I forgot about. It's
Oh,
called
it's Heartland. That's what.
Port Protection, Alaska.
Okay. Port protection.
Port.
Oh, okay.
Port
Not port.
protection.
I thought you said
So it's
port
these people that
protection.
live. It's kind of in Alaska, in the middle
Drinking
of
a lot of
nowhere.
port.
They are living off the land. It's kind of like Alaska, the last frontier, or whatever it's called. It's kind of like that, but it's just following these different people, and they have they're really far away from any kind of stores or anything like that. So it's them hunting and gathering and getting ready for the winter every year, basically.
And you're going there, so you're getting ready.
That's right.
Traveling
Not going
to Alaska.
to there, but yeah. But we're going on a cruise. Yes.
To Alaska.
To a port of Alaska.
To port.
Port.
Ray, have you got any bangers?
Foundation on Apple Plus.
Foundation.
It's awesome. Lee Pace is in it, who played Ronan in Guardians of the Galaxy, and he is awesome.
Cool. Yeah, I saw the trailer for that. And I was like, oh, I need to check that
it's
out.
really good. Yeah, season 1 is already out and done, and season 2, I think there's like 4 episodes, four into season 2. It might get delayed the last couple episodes because of the strikes and stuff, but
Yeah.
Yeah, I need to get Apple Plus again for a bit and binge some things because there's like an Idris Elba show or movie that's coming out of that. Looks good. And Mythic Quest. I haven't seen the last season of Mythic Quest.
Oh, okay.
So we have Apple TV right now. That's what my show's from. We usually don't have Apple TV. For some reason, Jennifer got it for something. I don't know. After Party on Apple TV.
That's good.
Ooh, I've seen that come up. Is that good?
It is so good. There's a new
I've just
season.
seen the first season.
Yeah, there's a new season out. I highly recommend it if you like comedy, you like murder mystery. The newest season has a different cast of characters than the first season. Except the main characters of the first season are there.
Okay.
But there's a new cast of whodunit people.
And a side character.
Yeah, side characters. It has the guy from The Office. I forget his name on The Office.
Jim.
No, it wasn't a main. Anyways, I forget his name.
Creed.
No, it wasn't like he was only like in the later seasons. He played like one of the
Derek.
managers that came in or something.
Derek.
A very tall, lanky guy. Anyways.
Oh, yeah, you're talking about.
Yeah.
Gabe.
Oh yeah. Okay.
And
Gabe,
it's got just it's funny. And each episode is like a different genre.
Okay.
So basically the point of the show is somebody gets murdered. There's a detective who is interviewing each person at the party to hear their story. So each story is a different genre because they tell it like how they remembered it. So like one episode was like this guy was a gumshoe detective, like black and white type, and then one of them was like a Wes Anderson movie.
Okay.
Like exactly like a Wes Anderson movie, which I thought was hilarious.
That's awesome.
One episode was like Bridgerton, that style, and basically like even some of the clothes they're wearing, I'm like that outfit was in that movie or that show that they're wearing. Like they play into it really funny, but it's really funny. So especially if you have Apple TV, check out After Party. There's 2 seasons, 1.5 seasons because they're in the middle of the second season.
Okay.
right now.
Yeah, the first season is really good. It's got Ben Schwartz in the first season.
Yeah.
Oh, awesome. Okay.
Second season is just as good, I think. It's like really funny. Like we're laughing. And it's one of those shows when the episode ends, you're like, ooh, I want to watch the next episode. But it's like a week-to-week thing, and you're like, I can't. Yeah. So if you need something to laugh at. Also, Chris can protest this. If you don't have any of these streaming services, and you're like, well, I can't watch any of these, but you have YouTube because it's free. The British show Taskmaster.
Yes.
Watch it. That's all I'm going to say. Start season 1. Taskmaster.
Yeah.
I finally have seen clips of the show.
It is the most. It is so funny.
British show. It's was it reality kind of game show?
Group of stand-up comedians are made to do tasks. I crack out. It's so funny.
It's really funny.
It is so funny. There's like 15 seasons. They're getting ready to do
the new season's like been popping up, I think.
Yeah. Okay.
Check it. I highly recommend that. Even if you just put it on when you're doing other stuff. I die laughing with that show. Anyways, all right. So this has been episode 279 of I Am Geek. Ray, thank you for coming back.
Of course.
Hopefully, we will see you back here for Ahsoka.
Yes.
Or whenever. You could come. Come on, whenever.
Nope, just for Ahsoka.
There you go.
All right.
Guess that's when you'll see me.
Next week, you could check out our other show, Living with the Landspeeder, where we Star Wars-ify Disney attractions. And then we'll be back here the next week with a brand new I Am Geek.
And that's episode 10 next week, right?
Yes.
And then it's going to be live streamed. I think
we're going to live stream episode 10. So please come join our live stream 9:15 Central Time.
Yeah. So
10:15 Eastern Time. Then there's the mountain times and all that.
There's other times.
There's other times. But check it out. And we may do that show a little different. We're thinking about not knowing what attraction we're doing until we're on the live stream. We spin the wheel, see what comes up, and then we all sit there and go.
Hard.
I don't know.
Skywalker.
Ray, you'll have to come on that show sometime. We'll talk about it later. Anyways, This has been I Am Geek, episode 279. We'll catch you next time. Something new, something fun, and of course, something geeky.
Bye-bye.